If you are considering joining a league for the first time, we'll help you as the season goes along, but a couple just like basic things to know is that there's pretty much two main types of drafts, an auction or a snake. I would think if you're doing your first one, I would recommend a snake.
Yeah.
It's just you pick when it's your turn. And basically the first person picks, it goes all the way around to the last person, and that's why it's called a snake. Then they pick again and it goes back around and keeps going. It's definitely the best way to go if you're inexperienced. I would recommend though, as you get more experience playing an auction, it's one of my favorite things. It's super fun. I have played with people that have done that for their first time. And if you're in that league, you just kind of have to be willing to coach them. But it's a fake $200 budget, and you basically can pick whoever you want. So it's kind of like, if you want Antonio Brown, well, maybe you just said he's going to drop. If you want Odell Beckham Jr. and you want Saquon Barkley, you can get both of them. You just have to be willing to pay, and then you might have to fill out your roster. You pay $70 for one and $80 for the other. You might have to fill out your roster with guys that cost $1 at the bottom, and you just kind of have to be savvy and outlast people. I like the strategy of it, but there's a lot of different strategies you can use. So it's really fun and entertaining, but I would say start with a snake for your first time. Another thing that you need to know is whether it's standard scoring or PPR. And all PPR is it means that you get a point every time someone has a reception. So whether it's a running back or a receiver, every time they catch the ball, even if they don't go anywhere with it, you get 1 point. I like that. Some people, I guess, think it's less of a challenge. I just think it broadens the players that you can draft.
Right.
Do you usually play PPR?
We usually do PPR in our league as well. And going back to the auction thing, like for me, I feel like the reason I'm always hesitant on them is I have zero discipline, and I would probably blow all my money on the first person. And then, yeah, be stuck with like $1 players for everyone else.
It's perfect, but I would recommend it. It's so much better if you can do it in person. It's not as fun online.
Yeah.
You just really have to be able to trash talk everyone for their decisions and kind of see everyone's strategy play out as they're bidding. So I definitely think that's a better one to do in person.
And there are a couple other leagues out there, dynasty leagues, keeper leagues. Those definitely don't recommend for your first round unless you really like the people that you're in that with. It's kind of one of those things that they continue year after year. So being a newbie into those, it's going to take you several seasons to really build up your team because you're going to get like super crappy players to start with. Unless it's something that you really want to join those people and be with them and assume it's something that you're going to do for the long haul. Otherwise, I wouldn't recommend
like family.
Yeah.
Because other than that, I've never been able to keep a fantasy team together long enough, or a fantasy group
Yeah,
together.
it lasts about 2
of the
seasons
same people every
typically,
year.
and then yeah, it ends after that.
Yeah. So those are our quick tips. We'll be helping you more throughout the season. Next week, we're going to be doing a mock auction so you can actually see our strategies as we are drafting.